Hello, gem hunter. I'm sure you've heard that diamonds are rare and valuable gemstones, but do you know where they come from? Well, the cheapest diamonds are produced artificially, while the most valuable ones are formed naturally deep within the Earth's mantle. That means if you want to find a truly valuable diamond, you'll need to search for it in nature. To help you understand, right now there are a lot of ordinary people, just like you and me, out there doing just that. But what about you? Where should you look for diamonds? That's exactly what we'll talk about in today's video, as I'm going to show you 3 places where you can find real diamonds. This video is packed with unique content, and by the time you finish watching, you'll know exactly what to look for in your area to determine whether it could have diamonds. But knowing where to search isn't enough if you don't also know what a raw diamond looks like in its natural state. Raw diamonds are very different from the cut and polished stones you see in jewelry stores. So before we talk about where to search, the first thing you need to know is what raw diamonds look like, so you won't let one slip by unnoticed. Diamonds have many specific forms and unique characteristics that make them stand out. Raw diamonds can take on a variety of shapes in nature, depending on how they were formed and the geological conditions they were exposed to over millions of years. The most common shape of a raw diamond is the octahedron, which looks like 2 pyramids joined at the base, a direct result of its natural crystal structure. However, they can also be found in more rounded or irregular shapes, especially if they've been transported by rivers or affected by erosion over time. Additionally, some raw diamonds may have surfaces with small markings or patterns, known as growth lines, which reveal the unique process of their formation deep within the earth. But even after evaluating a raw diamond, you might still have doubts about its authenticity. Fortunately, there's a simple test you can do for less than 10 cents to determine whether your stone is a genuine diamond. Of course, before testing, you need to know where to look for diamonds and what these 3 special places are where they tend to hide, right? After all, knowing how to test a diamond won't help if you don't have one to test. And let's not forget, finding a diamond isn't easy. If it were, they wouldn't be such valuable gemstones. That said, it's absolutely possible to find them, and I can guarantee that understanding all of this will make your search much easier, as long as you're looking in the right places. Now that you know what a raw diamond looks like, the primary place to find one is in regions with kimberlite deposits. If you're unfamiliar with kimberlite, it's an ancient type of rock formed in the Earth's mantle under the same high pressure and high temperature conditions necessary for diamond formation. During volcanic eruptions, magma from deep within the Earth carries diamonds to the surface. When the magma cools as it reaches the surface, it traps the diamonds within it. This is why every natural diamond at some point was extracted from kimberlite, including those found in rivers. A kimberlite vein can be as massive as a mountain and stretch for miles in some regions. Kimberlite fragments typically appear as dense, dark gray rocks with various small inclusions. Some of these inclusions, especially the green ones, are olivines, a type of gemstone that forms in the same conditions as diamonds and travels to the surface alongside kimberlite. It's important to note that not all kimberlite contains diamonds, but every natural diamond originated from kimberlite at some point. So if you're looking to find diamonds, you'll need to learn how to recognize this rock. Since kimberlite doesn't have a single, definitive appearance, it's essential to examine several raw samples to understand its variations and characteristics. As I mentioned, not every kimberlite rock contains diamonds, but every natural diamond comes from it. Now, if you find it challenging to identify these famous diamond-bearing rocks, let's move on to the second place where you can find diamonds: rivers. Not every river will have diamonds, but rivers are excellent places to search for gemstones. To get started, you'll need a fine sieve, a coarser sieve, a gold pan, and of course, plenty of patience. Finding a diamond in a river is not an easy task, even for experienced prospectors, but the key is persistence. Diamonds found in rivers are typically smooth and heavy stones. When using circular motions with your sieve or pan, the diamond will naturally settle at the bottom in the center due to its weight. Here's an important tip. The luster of a diamond resembles that of a piece of metal, not the shine of glass. Keep that in mind. Before finding a diamond in a river, you'll likely encounter signs of their presence. heavier stones like chromites and ilmenites. These dark, dense stones are derived from minerals rich in iron and titanium. You might also find garnets, small red stones that often appear in rounded shapes like tiny spheres. Discovering these stones in a river can be an excellent sign that you're on the right path and getting closer to finding your first diamond. It's a clear indication that it's worth continuing your search. Now let's move on to another place where you can find diamonds. Suppose you don't have access to Kimberlite rocks, where diamonds originate, or a river. In that case, your next option is to search for alluvial deposits. Alluvial deposits are essentially ancient riverbeds that have accumulated gravel over time. This gravel is composed of the same types of sediments found at the bottom of rivers, transported over thousands or even millions of years by water movement. Alluvial deposits often contain various precious minerals, including gold, and they can also hold diamonds. If you come across an alluvial deposit, the process is similar to searching in a river. However, you might need access to some water to better examine what you're finding. The rules remain the same. Use a sieve or pan to identify the heavier materials and look for signs of diamonds. Additionally, in alluvial deposits or any other location, keep an eye out for phlogopite, a type of magnesium mica. These small plates, usually golden or greenish in color, scattered across the area, are strong indicators that diamonds might be present nearby. Now let me show you the primary shapes that diamonds can take in nature, so you won't accidentally discard one without recognizing it as a raw diamond. In the United States, diamonds found in alluvial deposits or rivers often have irregular shapes, but there are a few forms that are more characteristic and easier to identify. The first is the octahedron, an 8-sided shape. This is the most common natural form of raw diamonds worldwide. It represents the perfect crystallization of typical diamonds. These diamonds resemble two pyramids joined at the base, like those diamond-shaped balloons used at parties. In the United States, octahedral diamonds can be found in places like the Crater of Diamonds State Park in Arkansas, where raw formations are relatively common. Another intriguing form of raw diamonds is the rounded shape. These diamonds have an almost spherical appearance, but with completely irregular surfaces and no defined faces. They are rare and often prized as collector's items due to their unique form. Dodecahedral diamonds, as the name suggests, have 12 sides. These diamonds typically have a flatter shape with distinct faces and can vary between 12 and 24 sides. While this form is more commonly associated with diamond mines in Africa, they can still be found in specific locations around the world. Now, cubic diamonds are true rarities. As the name suggests, they have a perfect cube shape. They are typically found in colors such as yellow, red, green, orange, and brown. These diamonds often have a more opaque appearance and resemble small dice. Due to their rarity, they are highly valued as collector's items. That said, some stones are often mistaken for diamonds by less experienced people, especially when found in rivers. Quartz crystals, for example, can have irregular shapes and an intense shine, which can be misleading. However, as I mentioned, the shine of a quartz crystal is different. It resembles the shine of glass, whereas the luster of a diamond is more like that of a piece of metal. It's also worth noting that finding exceptionally clear diamonds is uncommon, as they are incredibly rare and usually formed at great depths. Most raw diamonds have a slightly yellowish or grayish coloration. But if, after watching this video, you still have doubts about whether your stone might be a diamond, here's a quick and affordable test you can do at home for less than $2. To perform the test, simply purchase a sheet of wet sandpaper, which you can find at hardware or paint stores. Look for the coarsest sandpaper available. These sheets, typically dark or black in color, are made of carborundum, a material known as industrial ruby, with a hardness of 9 on the Mohs scale. This level of hardness allows them to scratch almost any stone, except diamonds, which have a hardness of 10. Take your suspect stone and rub it against the sandpaper with patience and care. If it's truly a diamond, it won't be damaged. Rub it thoroughly, using a little water to help the process. If you notice that your stone produces powder or its surface wears down, you can be certain it's not a diamond. On the other hand, if the sandpaper becomes completely worn out and your stone remains intact, congratulations! You've just found a genuine diamond in the wild. Now, if your stone doesn't pass the sandpaper test, what should you do? Throw it away? Absolutely not, because your stone could be a topaz or even a colorless sapphire. But how can you figure out what stone you found? After all, not every stone you come across in nature is a diamond, but many of them could still be valuable gemstones, like topaz, for example. To help you identify these stones and avoid discarding something valuable, my recommendation is to consult a gemologist who specializes in the field. However, this can often be expensive. So to assist you in this process, we've developed the ebook Gemology Journey for Beginners. This ebook was specifically created to solve this kind of problem, making gemstone knowledge accessible to everyone. It's a complete and practical guide filled with detailed descriptions, illustrative images, and simple tests you can perform at home to discover what type of stone you found. And the best part? You can access the ebook for free for 7 days. Just click the first link in the description to get immediate access. By purchasing the ebook, you'll not only support our project, but also equip yourself with the knowledge to explore the fascinating world of gemstones with confidence, greatly increasing your chances of success. If now isn't the right time to get the ebook, no worries. Subscribe to the channel to continue receiving our free weekly videos, packed with tips and information to help you identify incredible gemstones in nature. Speaking of which, the next video, already appearing on your screen, will teach you even more about finding gemstones in the wild. So don't miss the opportunity to watch it while it's still available for free. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Good luck, Gem Hunter!